For the 250cc Dutch TT in the foreground, bike number 6, the Frenchman Jean-Louis Guignebaudet, and alongside him a man who's really very hot, that is Jean-Francois Baudet, also on a Kawasaki, and missing from the front row of the grid at the moment, Didier de Rodriguez, the Belgian, who set the pole position time. Also missing Carlos Lavado. Carlos Lavado, the Venezuelan, is expected to go very well here, and they're off. Who's going to fire first? The Kawasaki's got away well. We're looking for Jeff Sale. Jeff Sale, the Australian, in about third position as they got away past the brand new pits here at Assen. Then through the chicane. After the pits, a tricky corner, and they'll now get up to full speed as they dive towards the Bedeldijk corner. There you see the ambulance car, and sadly, Jacques Cornu, one of the front runners, couldn't make a good start. Well tucked in there. Jean-Louis Guignebaudet. We really will be looking for the two British machines in this race. There's the Armstrongs with the Rotax power, and also the Waddens. Jeff Sale on the Armstrong, and on the Wadden, Graham McGregor, who won at the Donington 250 race last weekend. There we see the start again. Always a push and run start in Grand Prix motorcycle racing. At the British tracks these days, they've dispensed with this kind of start, and it's normally a clutch start, but in the World Championship we still have these push starts, and sometimes a rider can set up a really good practice time and then find his motor just won't fire. Well, Jean-Louis Guignebaudet on his Kawasaki, the green Mini Kawasaki, now leading, and they come up to the bridge, and this is the section of the Assen track which brings them straight towards the pits, and then they take that sharp left-hander, second gear corner, which then pulls them away from the pits. A 4.77 mile track this on what a little country roads outside the siege town of Assen. And Jean-Louis Guignebaudet, third fastest in practice, in the lead. There's a beautiful shot of him on the green Mini Kawasaki. Kawasaki, the smallest of the four major Japanese motorcycle manufacturers, but they have made this 250 class and also the 350 class very much their own. There's Guignebaudet. Came up through 125cc racing. Jean-Louis Guignebaudet peels off to the right. Jeff Sale, who thought in about 5th position. Jeff Sale, who has been a leading light in the 250 championship so far. This, remembers, round 4. And the Frenchman through the chicane before the pits. Right, a left. You see the very special front mudguard that Kawasaki have added to their bike. Now, that was tried on the 500cc machine and caused a considerable amount of controversy. Yes, Jeff Sale, somebody's down the road there. One rider, we can't see it, so he's perfectly all right, slid off at that chicane. Now, that chicane has seen many exciting incidents in the past, and Jeff Sale, I noticed, had moved up to 5th place. Here's the rest of the 36 riders going now onto their second lap. Guignebaudet leading. Let's look at that incident again. About the 4th or 5th rider in your picture. There, the front wheel just went away from him and he slid down the road. Of course, these riders have leathers on which protect them, and it's a remarkable the speed that some of these riders fall off their motorbikes and remain completely uninjured. We're now out into the country section again. The Frenchman still in the lead on the Kawasaki. And the green of the Kawasaki merging in the green of the Assen countryside. About 140,000 fans here. Assen, this Saturday race, long been the granddaddy of the World Motorcycle Championship. Guignes-Baudet looks as if he's got this race pretty well sussed out at the moment. Grain there, you see a section of a huge crowd. And Guignes-Baudet being chased, but would appear to have a little more power. And that looks like Jean-Louis Tournadre following. No, it's Ferretti, the Italian Ferretti. Well, that's a big surprise. Was nowhere in practice. Hasn't figured in 250 World Championship events so far this year. And Ferretti really pulling one out of the bag and chasing Jean-Louis Guignes-Baudet. But this is only lap 2, 13 more to go. Often you have this sort of thing in motorcycle racing. One youngster really gets it together for the day, but really it's consistency that counts in the 250 World Championship. Now, if Ferretti can keep this sort of speed up throughout the rest of the season, then we can definitely say he's a coming man. But one flash performance of this nature, where he's chasing such an experienced rider like Jean-Louis Guignes-Baudet, well, we'll have to take it for the moment with a little pinch of salt. See if he can hang on. Geoffrey Sayle looks as if he was in third place coming up well. They complete the second lap. Jean-Louis Guignes-Baudet in the lead. Ferretti second. And he really is starting to push Guignes-Baudet. Now, will he try down the inside? That's a favourite overtaking place down towards the Beadle-Dyke corner. And he's hard on the brakes. There you see Geoff Sayle, number 12. Jean-Francois Baudet in about 6th place. Now, he won the 350 race earlier in the day. Would expect to see him coming charging up through the field. And there is the world champion on 250cc class, Anton Mang. Obviously got away very slowly, Mang, the German from Inning, former motorcycle mechanic, now enormously popular in his home country, a national hero in his home country. And we must expect to see Anton Mang coming up through the field. He was second earlier on today in the 250cc race, a race he led, sorry, the 350cc race, a race he led. Well, Geoff Sayle revelling in these conditions, the slight damp which has gone down. Geoff Sayle leading. And another one down. Well, that just shows how bad the conditions are. There's a lot of waving now. Geoff Sayle is coming through the chicane. Geoff Sayle still leading. Marchigiani, you see, a little concussed, but taking his crash helmet off. Well, Marchigiani is taking the tumble on the slippy, wet conditions. No doctors there now. Now we have the first aid. But Geoff Sayle back in the lead. Geoffrey Sayle is leading. Baudet still out of the action. The world champion of 1981. Anton Mang is in second place. In third place, the world championship leader this year, Jean-Louis Tournadre. In fourth place, another man who's led this race, Jean-Louis Guignes-Baudet. But here is Geoffrey Sayle on the British Armstrong with Austrian Rotax engine, showing magnificent form. Round the back of the circuit, Geoffrey Sayle fighting the very slippy conditions and holding off Anton Mang. But they must watch Jean-Louis Tournadre, who's ridden a superb race from the back after a poor start. Now here's Geoff Sayle. And Geoffrey Sayle goes on to what looks like the last lap. Geoffrey Sayle leading from Anton Mang. Jean-Louis Tournadre, as they roar up to about 140 miles an hour. Then that left hand on it. Looked to me as if Anton Mang had gone back into the lead. Well, you see how much it's raining down there. Remember, they aren't on slick tyres, and no, it's Jean-Louis Tournadre, bike number 7, has gone into the lead, but no, Anton Mang cuts in front of him. But it just looks like it's raining in that one little spot. Well, you see the umbrellas up, so perhaps it's raining there as well. Another rider's down. Well, the conditions are extremely slippy. They are on slicks. Anton Mang leading. Jean-Louis Tournadre is in second place. Geoffrey Sale, after leading twice in this race, is in third. Anton Mang from Inning near München, former motorcycle mechanic on the Kawasaki. But it certainly looks as if it's dry in that position there. Well, what a tremendous race Anton Mang has ridden, and what a tremendous rider he is. Anton Mang on the green Meany machine. And he is pulling away. He's really got the feel for this Assen racetrack. 4.77 miles. Just listen to the crowd cheer. Anton Mang looks as if he's going to win this one. On the green Meany Kawasaki, turns on the power again, slides across the saddle, looks behind him, sees Jean-Louis Tournadre is second, sees that Geoffrey Sale is third, and sees that another Kawasaki, that of Jean-Louis Guignabaudet, is fourth. Guignabaudet's led. Geoffrey Sale has led. Jean-Louis Tournadre, there you see him, hasn't led. There's Tournadre, post office engineer who's taken time off from work to race on the 250 Championship Trail, and having a superb race. Well, they'll be glad when this one's over after the terrible conditions. There's Tournadre in third place. He might just snatch in second place in front of Geoffrey Sale. Can he snatch a last-minute victory? Well, I think Anton Mang has got this one sorted out. And the crowd are cheering. There's Tournadre just holding second place. Anton Mang on his way to what looks like victory. Anton Mang through the chicane. Right, then left. The green Kawasaki in fine form. Now he goes back down the gearbox again for the Mandeveen corner. Then he accelerates out towards the chicane. And there is Anton Mang, and Anton Mang wins it. Anton Mang has won it. Jean-Louis Tournadre finished second after a magnificent ride. Geoffrey Sale, who led for so much, finished third.
Well, that's a marvellous ride by Geoff Sale. Jeff was fifth in the championship.